Leaders Like Us, Bayard Rustin, by J.P. Miller, illustrated by Markia Janai. The March on Washington. Think of a time when something seemed unfair. How did you feel? What did you do? Bayard Rustin knew about working to fix unfair things. On August 28, 1963, daylight stretched across the city. Engines roared and horns honked. The people of Washington, D.C. were starting a new day. But yet Bayard Rustin was already hard at work. He spent months planning the march on Washington for jobs and freedom. The big day was finally here. The clock ticked. Bayard was worried. What if people did not come? He did not worry for long. Hundreds of thousands of people were ready to protest. Black and white people walked arm in arm. They were tired of discrimination in America. That day, at the event, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave his famous I Have a Dream speech. His speech gave many African Americans hope, becoming an activist. Bayard Rustin was born in 1912. Slavery had been against the law for 47 years, but black people were still not treated as equal to whites. Bayard's grandparents, Jennifer and Julia Rustin, were activists for equal rights. He learned from them. Hotels near Bayard's family did not let African American people stay there. Jennifer and Julia Rustin let visiting leaders stay with them instead. The visitors were part of the civil rights movement. Bayard met these leaders and learned from them too. They're some of the famous guests. The Rustin family had some famous guests when Bayard was young. The activists W.E.B. Du Bois and James Weldon Johnson came to visit many times. At that time, black and white children had to go to different schools. Signs on buses told black people where to sit. They had to drink from different water fountains. It was the law, but it wasn't fair. Bayard wanted to work for equality. He had learned from his grandmother's Quaker beliefs. He went to college with the help of African Methodist Episcopal Church. He was going to be a leader, leading from behind the scenes. Bayard believed in solving problems without violence. He made friends who had felt the same way he did. He began teaching other people. He helped them plan peaceful protests, boycotts, and other events. Between 1940 and 1970s, black people marched, boycotted, went to jail, and died for equal rights. A peaceful life. Bayard learned about being nonviolent from Mahatma Gandhi's. He was a larger He was a lawyer and an activist in India. He believed in fixing problems with peace. Bayard Rustin had a special place in the civil rights movement. He did not give famous speeches like some people. Instead, he planned and organized. He helped people run equal rights groups. He showed them how to fight unfair laws without being violent. Some people treated Bayard unfairly because he was gay, but this did not stop him. The police arrested Bayard several times for his protests, but he did not quit. Bayard helped organize the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. It was the biggest march he had ever worked on. Bayard was an important leader on that important day. He helped make big changes for the civil rights movement and for the United States. Bayard's work did not end once the March on Washington was over. He continued to work hard, organize, and lead all from behind the scenes. Bayard believed that nonviolent work for equality could change the world. He proved that there are many ways to be an important leader and make a difference. We need in every community a group of angelic troublemakers. That's what he said.